I decided on IVF because there was so many years of trying without any success. So many different people saying, you're fine, you're just stressed, it's gonna be okay. Well, after 4.5, 5 years of you keep telling me the same thing and it not happening, we have to do something. And so I was led to Dr. Trolice from a wonderful OB-GYN, and that's how we got here. The biggest benefit from my first IVF cycle was I got my son, who's 3 years old now. And we thought that eventually, maybe my body just needed to be sparked a little bit and it would happen the second time around with no issues. And after several years of trying again, it didn't happen. So we decided to come back to see Dr. Trolice and go straight for IVF because we knew we would benefit. And here we are again, number 2. It feels like you're in the middle of the ocean is how I've explained it so many times. You're in the middle of the ocean and there is no land. It is just you and your significant other, whether it be your spouse or boyfriend, whoever you've made the decision to go through this process with, but you are just by yourself floating. There's no land, there's no buoys, there's nothing. And then all of a sudden in the distance, as you're floating and very unsure and you're just holding on for dear life for each other, you see some trees and a little bit of green. And for me, it's so silly, but that's Dr. Trolice for me. It's this light at the end of a very dark tunnel where you realize there is hope. There is someone to help. And there is someone to guide you and hold your hand, not just in the doctor, but in every single person that he hires. It speaks volumes for the people that you encounter in his office on a daily basis, because every single one treats you as if you are the only person in the world who's having this issue, and they see so many of us every single day. I just recently wrote him a thank you card, and I don't want to get emotional about it, but in the card I asked how you define a miracle. And you have your dictionary definition of a miracle. For me, Dr. Trolice is my miracle. He was what finally gave us hope in a situation where we just didn't have any anymore. Not once, but twice. And it's very true, the first time you think, I just want one, if you just give me one child, just bless me with one. And then the second time you think, okay, just one more for that sibling. But he is a patient's first miracle. Our children are miracles as well, absolutely. But his humor, his hand-holding, his simple gestures, him walking into the exam room and saying, you're finally here, and making a joke out of something just to ease what you were feeling at that particular moment. I can't describe it. The only way I can say is he was our miracle before we actually got our next 2 miracles. He is everything that there is in a doctor as far as I'm concerned when it comes to this particular path. But to anyone who's going through this experience, don't give up. He is that light. He will give you hope, and he will do everything in his power to get you to where you need to be. And all you have to do is trust him.